Hey, what's up guys? My name is Michael Diestra and I'm the owner of Diestra Music Coaching. It's a company I built to help musicians because personally, I know what it's like to be a musician and not feel supported. Today I want to share my story with you. I remember being 8 years old and my mom walks my brother and I into a room and tells us, "Your dad and I are getting a divorce." And my brother immediately cries on her shoulder and I sit there frozen, not really knowing what this meant. A few years go by and I realize what this means is there's tension in your family and you can't get away from it and you don't feel comfortable in your own skin. And at the time, I remember finding a huge escape in music. I convinced my mom to buy the game Rock Band. And in that game, you could play the drums, you could play the guitar, you could sing, and I fell in love with it. I did it all. I purchased my own bass and started learning music and eventually picked up the guitar as well. I got invited to be in my first band at the age of 13. And I remember practicing in my friend's garage for our shows that would come up on Friday and Saturday nights. And we would drive to LA all together, just me and my best friends at the time. And I really just got to live my dream playing live music on stage at a young age. The only issue is I didn't feel like this was right for me. I didn't feel like anybody else my age was doing what I was doing. I didn't feel supported. A day came where I turned to my band and I said, I can't do this anymore. I want to go to college. I want to take the SATs, just like my friends at school are doing. And so I quit music. A couple years go by, my efforts pay off and I get invited to UC San Diego. I get accepted as a student there. And by this time, I'm convinced that my dream is to be an aerospace engineer. And I dream of working at a rocket company. I dream of just working on a team that's doing such amazing work. And I spent my first 2 years in college working towards that, to the point where I actually get accepted 2 years in to an internship at a space company where they were actually building a rocket. This is my passion, this is my dream, and I've made it. The only problem with that is 3 months into the internship, I turned to my boss and I told him, I can't do this anymore. I never gave him a reason why, but deep down inside I felt like, I didn't show up to work tap dancing and loving it. And I go home with my tail between my legs, just thinking, I failed. And to avoid that feeling of failure, I go and party and I drink and I smoke and do everything that anybody does to get over the problems. And that's when I bought my first guitar and my first amp and started learning how to play these instruments a little bit better, this and the bass. I learned how to record my own music to the point where I got to record my own album. I figured all of that on my own. I didn't need to rely on a band to figure any of this out. I could be self-sufficient with the technology that we have today. I realized that for most musicians, including myself, a lot of times the issue is not the technology. We have that. You probably have a guitar, you probably have your instrument, you probably have a computer to record on. The biggest problem is you and the life you live and how troublesome it could be when you don't have support. And I feel like my journey has led me to this point where I've realized it's not that hard, but humans need support. And so that's why I created Diestra Music Coaching, because my dream is to show musicians that it's a lot easier to do what it is that you love, and you don't need to be chasing other things you're not totally in love with. I want to show you how you can get your music out there. I want to show you how you can live your dreams. I want to show you how you can start showing up to your own life and just be happy, knowing that every day you write music and you're known for writing music. That was the biggest thing for me. The second people started knowing me and my reputation became Michael Diestra, the musician, the guitar player, it did something for me. And so that's what I want to do for you. I want to help build that identity if you don't have that yet. So that's my story. If you're interested in working with me, if anything that I said resonated with you, I really encourage you to click the link below and take advantage of some of the resources I have available for you. If you like those, I have a 3-part mini-series where I go in depth on ways you can improve your musicianship, ways you can learn how to produce music right from your laptop. It's super simple, and I take you step by step on how to do all of that. If you find yourself loving that content and you want someone to be with you on a more personal level, feel free to book a call with me. I've also got that link below. And I'd love to speak with you and learn your story and see how I could really help you. Again, my goal is to encourage and empower you as an artist and be there for you like no one else has. So that is what I have offered for you. Take advantage of it, please, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.